Hey guys, Josh here. So the main thing I want to talk about in this video is the behind the scenes that recently came out for the new free-to-play quest. But firstly, I'll quickly mention I spent a bit of time just redoing some of our channel art, like on all the different websites. So check that out on our channel. Leave down in the comments what you think of it. It's slightly different. Like the one on YouTube is slightly different to the one on Twitch. So check out both of them. See what you think. I do quite like the banner, but I'm not quite sure about sort of like the picture yet, like the channel picture. So have a look at that and leave down what you think about the channel art. But in terms of the quest, so it is a free-to-play quest. They haven't really released much on it, I don't think. I think it's called Shadow over Ashdale, and so it's going to be fairly low level. Like Ashdale is it's like the new tutorial island thing. So the very start of the game, really, you can go back to there. So it's going to be fairly low level, but there is a boss fight in there which scales up, so that's quite nice. I think scaling could probably do a bit of work in terms of quest bosses, because still, like, the majority of them are very easy ever since the EOC. And it'd actually be nice if they like scaled old quest bosses as well, because only the new ones are scaled. But stuff like Nomad, I think actually the not Walgath Sleeps, the Ritual of the Mardrat quest boss is actually fairly difficult, that fight at the end still, so that one's quite good. But like Nomad was like a no food one hit pretty much when I did it in the EOC, so they could fix stuff like that and scale those bosses. That would be quite nice. But in terms of this quest, like, it looks pretty good. They haven't really shown us much on it. The boss is, I guess, is the main part of it. And actually, no, I'll talk about that in a minute, because they did say that they want to sort of like visually represent stuff rather than sort of like showing you the way through the quest using dialogue. So I think it's going to be more like sort of like there's clues everywhere you can follow. You sort of have to find out what to do in the quest by yourself, which is actually quite nice. And like, if you're not using a guide, then it kind of makes it a bit more fun, because sort of like with the dialogue, unless it's a really lore-based quest, I'm just spam through it anyway, so not having to read that is quite nice as well. And if it's just like you kind of have to explore yourself, then that just adds to the fun of the quest, really. So that should be quite good. In terms of the boss fight, so this one's quite interesting. If you haven't watched the BTS, I'd recommend go watching it now and looking at the boss, because basically I do remember like a few months ago, or maybe not a few months ago, it's quite a while ago now, there was a suggestion old school for this Kraken boss, and basically that looks exactly like this quest boss. So the Kraken boss was like, in old school, it was supposed to be this, like, you're on a ship and then there's a Kraken like all around you, sort of like destroying the ship, and you got to face it. And I think like different levels of the ships gets destroyed, so you have to go down and stuff like that. That looked really interesting, and I don't even know what really happened to that idea, because I know there's now a Kraken boss in old school, but it's for Slayer, and it's not this kind of boss, really. It's just like a Kraken on its own. So I'm not quite sure what happened to that, but they seem to have just moved the idea to RS3, and it does look really cool. Because obviously it is a free-to-play quest and it's very low level, the boss isn't going to be too amazing, but I do think you can fight the boss after the quest as well. And I guess it's going to be free-to-play still, which kind of limits like what it can do. Maybe they'll add a sort of pay-to-play drop table as well. That could be quite good, because like free-to-play, I don't really know what it would drop. Like actually we got level 50 armor now for Rune, so a new weapon, maybe like a new dragon weapon possibly, I don't really know. But yeah, if there's a pay to play drop table as well, then that could be quite interesting. I don't think it would be like the new level 90 weapons or anything. Maybe it could, like if they actually scale up the damage a lot and make it a difficult boss after the quest, then maybe it could be the new level 90 two-handed weapons. That would be quite cool to see. But overall, it does look like a really cool boss, really. So it'd be interesting to see how that works out, and it is scaled, so hopefully like they kind of improve the scaling just so it's a bit harder if you're maxed. But other than that, like, the boss does look really cool. If this doesn't drop the level 90 weapons, then I really can't wait for the boss that does, because I think it's going to be a solo boss. We haven't had a solo boss in quite a while, I guess. I think the last one was QBD, then there was then we had three, I think it's about three sort of team bosses, so we kind of need a solo boss. That would be nice. And now that I've like I've maxed out 2 styles pretty much. I've got melee and range. I stole my mage for Drygors, so now I'm maxed out 2 styles, like, and obviously I've got max combat and all that stuff. I should be like pretty well kitted out to do a solo boss, so I can make quite a bit of money on release, hopefully, depending on when it comes out. Hopefully they do it like end of June. That would be nice after exams are finished, but knowing Jagex, they always just release the best content in the middle of exams, so I have to wait and see when that comes out. But hopefully that's going to be an amazing boss as well. I'll have to wait and see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.